Hey everybody, thank you for viewing my video. Thank you for my supporters and thank you for all those that listen to me on speaker. Sorry it's taken me so long to do a video. I'm currently taking a Keisha KO or slimming tea and it's been having me take a doo-doo all day. And I'll be like, okay, ready to get started. And then, I'm just kidding. I'm a damn fool, I know. Okay, so this episode of my video, I'm sorry y'all, I'm feeling super giggly. What the fuck is wrong? Okay, this episode is about the conversation featuring A1 Bentley and Lyrica Anderson. So Lyrica Anderson and A1 Bentley's public discord and the continual hostility between their mothers, the couple has decided to have a candid conversation about their uncertain future. The grandmothers, Lyrica G and Pamela, also attempt to end their beef for the sake of their grandson, Ocean. Now, I enjoyed how Ray J gave A1 Bentley some advice. He said, man, you're gonna want to listen to your wife. Don't argue with her. Like, the best thing to do is to listen. So he was like, okay. And he's like, you seen how me and Princess's conversation went funny. You don't want it to be like that. So basically, Ray J was like, if you need someone to talk to, I'm going to pull up on you. So it shows Lyrica talking to her mother, and she's basically saying that I owe the fans an explanation. And at the end of the day, I feel issues like this, material status and relationships with your spouse, you shouldn't put it out there for people to see. So A1 Bentley shows up first. He's drinking and he's just trying to be calm about the whole situation. So he waits for Lyrica, and right away I could tell that Lyrica and A1 have issues. You can see the hostility, and pretty much A1 feels like his wife basically doesn't want the relationship anymore. She moved out. I remember on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, she was like, I'm tired of this shit. She moves out, takes a dog, takes a baby, has her own separate space. And then he's like, I don't even have your address. She's like, I don't want you to have my address because you sit up here and you want to stalk my place. And he's like, stalk your place. Now I'm willing to change my behavior. But what people fail to realize, like I've always said, you can't continue to hurt someone that loves you and expects that person to just sit and wait for you. I mean, I don't really believe in that boyfriend-girlfriend crap. So, like, I take it serious once we're engaged. Until then, I'm single. So, you can't continue to cheat. But I will say, Lyrica has cheated on A1. She fucked her ex-boyfriend. So, as much as you want to point the finger, pretty much, how can you point the finger when you cheated too? It doesn't matter if you only cheated once or twice. And A1 has cheated 100 times. Cheating is still cheating. And like I've said, excuse me, the only time you're free from a marriage is when the judge goes, a dissolution of marriage. I don't care if y'all not seeing eye to eye, you're still married. Now, pretty much, Lyrica feels more free about their relationship, meaning that now that she's not under the same roof with her husband, that she feels she could wake up in the morning, focus more on herself. And like what we tend to do when we're in relationships is most of us feel like a part of ourselves has died, and then we cater to stuff. So like what I like to do for myself is to work out 30 minutes to an hour a day. That helps me let go of stress. And as a mother, we cater to our babies. They want to do stuff, we want to play with them. You can't let yourself die because you're in a relationship. Now, she feels that her husband has an attitude every time he wakes up in the morning and he doesn't say good morning. My thing is, if you continue to be with his wife, basically you can't be sticking your dick somewhere else. It doesn't work that way. Because my thing is, if you want to be with those other bitches, go right ahead and be with them other bitches. But what you're not going to do either when I'm with somebody is fuck somebody else. So then basically she's like, I stopped my career to have a baby, and we got along for that point. And then he was like, you kept telling me to go inside of you, so what do you think was going to happen? Come on now. You thought candy was going to come out? I thought that was funny. But she feels like she's given herself, they've been together 10 years, that she's given herself to A1, and basically he makes a fool of her. And then I remember on Love and Hip Hop, and she said it again, that another woman said, oh, you were in a car with some bitches and all type of stuff. A1 was like, girl, I was in the car with T-Pain and his wife and his wife's homegirls. See, when a person is a serial cheater, you give an outsider the right to say, I saw your husband or your girl with another woman. How can you get mad? You've cheated before, right? I'm just saying, let's be real with ourselves. So, your significant other or your husband or wife is going to automatically believe somebody else. Like, what is one to think? I know when people be in the studio, I get it. You guys are both artists. You write for people. You make beats. But what is one to think when you continue to disrespect? See, just because you have a fat ass and some big titties and you think you're pretty, doesn't mean a nigga's gonna be loyal. And even A1 say you could get rid of me, but you're probably gonna have to fuck 10 or 15 niggas to get it right. I'm willing to give myself to you, and Lyrica just seems like she's over it. Another thing A1 said, Lyrica, I don't want our mothers here. What we got going on has everything to do with me and you. Oh, well, fine then. I'll just go in the house. And then he's like, I shower you with gifts and all types of stuff, but you don't really nurture me in that way. Like I tell people, you could be a trillionaire, billionaire, and you have to be present with your family. Just because you may buy your husband or wife gifts and the children and the mother, people, that don't mean you love them whatsoever. He's like, look at that Rolls Royce. Oh my God, you cannot wear a car on your wrist. She had a nice watch with diamonds. She's like, if you want this shit, I'll give it fucking back to you. So where do we go when someone is tired of the same bullshit over and over again? I tell people all the time, you cannot continue to tell me sorry, but you continue to disrespect me in the way that you do. It doesn't work that way. You can't be a whole hoe and do some bullshit, even once cheating, and then continue to respect yourself and your household. Like, I would be irate if my husband was cheating while I'm pregnant, and then are you wrapping up? Then you want to come down and lay with me? So he said, well, it's stupid that we're in different rooms, you know what I mean, and stuff, but how can you expect someone to continue to respect you or love you when you continue to disrespect them? I'm just saying, it don't work that way, man. And he's probably mad that Lyrica ain't give him no pussy either. So he's probably like sexually frustrated. And is it too late? I don't know. But for myself, as a grown woman, you cannot cheat on me and expect me to hold you down. But see, it don't work that way. Or I've had someone tell me before, oh, you ain't loyal, you ain't loyal. You're spreading your dick out in the streets to these hoes, trying to show off. That's why you're broke. If I'm not loyal, motherfucker, fuck you. And the day I got tired, I was like, I'm done. Never want to talk to you again. This person literally called me every day for like a few years. Like, I don't want shit to do with you. And then I was sending mixed signals by taking this person back. Watching all this, I really felt tight in my chest, and it really was upsetting to watch. Then finally, Pam comes out, which is A1 Bentley's mother, and then later on, Lyrica G comes out, and then how she was just like addressing Pam, girl, and all that stuff. And so, first of all, Lyrica, that's your mother-in-law, whether you have issues or not. Second, she's not a girl. Don't talk to her in that way. You know what I mean? So, when you are married and you have marital problems, in a way, it's a family problem because Pamela and Lyrica G don't get along. I've never really liked how Lyrica G is. She tries to talk all this shit, but we know back in the day, you was fucking Ike Turner when he was married to Tina Turner, so you're a hoe, so it doesn't really surprise me if your daughter has whorish ways because she's learning from her mama, and she was automatically cussing, I don't give a fuck. And then when Pam was like, but we have to get along for the family dynamic, that's when Lyrica G tried to hit her, and then that's when Pam picked up a rock and tried to throw that shit, and then on the camera it showed shit being flung back and forth. You bitches are 50 and 60 years old acting like a fool. How the fuck can you expect your fucking children to get along when your dumbass is acting like a jackass ass? I'm just saying, how is this supposed to work with your dumb ass? That behavior is so disgusting. You on national TV or an app where everyone acting like a whole goddamn fool, like you heifers have no common sense. When I'm upset, don't get it wrong, in the past I used to break shit, but I realize that makes you look crazy doing that. At the end of the day, it's best to say, hey, let's try to talk about this later and get on with it. I would have just walked away. But see, how do you revert to violence? See, the European has taught niggas, I don't mean to be rude, that, okay, well, if you talk things out, there's a fight. Violence could cost somebody's life. That's why so many people are incarcerated. They might be like, yeah, Goddess Kendra, just an example, let's go beat this bitch up. I'm standing there, I might swing, the girl might hit her head, everybody's watching, we're all going to prison for life. I'm just saying, make smarter choices. Just because you don't like what the fuck someone says does not mean you have to act a whole goddamn fool, man. This is pathetic, y'all. This makes me upset. You know what I mean? Because how can we preach to our children do right when we sitting up here acting like a jackass fool? I'm just saying. Think about it, y'all. How the fuck can we teach our children not to act a jackass fool when we acting a motherfucking fool on TV? And another thing, one day your grandson's gonna see this shit, and then you wonder why most of us children grow up into adults and revert to violence, because that's all we see in our own life and that's all we know. Lately I've been on some, if you really, 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 really disturb my inner peace the way you've been doing, I need to walk the fuck away, count backwards, watch my show, but I'm not giving into negativity, because what does it really do for you? fucking nothing. Cussing, screaming, and fighting ain't gonna get us no goddamn where. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but let's be real with our shit. But we want to sit here and be jackasses for a goddamn check. What the fuck is wrong with my people, man? This is really heartbreaking. Well, tomorrow I will be uploading part 2 to Lyrica and A1's thing. And in about an hour, I'm going to do a review on ATL Baddies, episode 2. Thank you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and tell me what you think in the comments.